a number of people who were tattoo artists had tried to get a law passed through the legislature to get rid of the ban on tattooing that was on our books. And there was a bill pending at that point. At any rate, the bill failed again, as it had for several legislative sessions prior to that. And so we decided we would bring a lawsuit to challenge the Massachusetts statute as a violation of the right to freedom of expression. Worked with one of our cooperating attorneys, Harvey Schwartz. So we brought a lawsuit on behalf of Stefan Landfear, who is the tattoo artist from Martha's Vineyard, who wanted to be able to set up a studio and practice his art in Martha's Vineyard. And we had one other plaintiff, John Parkinson, who was a man from Martha's Vineyard who liked Stefan's work and wanted to get a tattoo from Stefan in Massachusetts, which he could not legally do as long as that law was still on the books. So we brought the lawsuit. We didn't know what would happen, but what we did give to the judge was a lot of material from museums and art magazines about the history of tattooing as an ancient art from every culture around the world. And it was expression that is protected by the First Amendment. The judge that we had was named Barbara Rouse, and to our delight, she ruled in our favor. We had a victory. It was only a Superior Court decision, but it was the law of Massachusetts striking down the statute.
But there are still places in the United States, where they're still debating this issue. I mean, it's not, the free speech judgment in this case has been a key that has unlocked the doors from Massachusetts to California. I mean, there are people that are still taking this case and bringing it into courtrooms and saying, this is what happened, this is protected by the First Amendment, it's free, it's a free speech issue, it's not a tattoo issue, it's not a business issue, it's not, I want to tattoo people, it's my right.
Yeah, you can tell that we have small boots, but let them know to touch stuff in the indoor.
Freedom's a much maligned word these days. It's been taken out of context and used as justification for a lot of things, but at its heart, freedom is the inalienable right of the individual to express themselves, to live their life the way they want to live, and our rights should extend to our bodies. I believe that defending that right is an important part of being an American. Freedom of expression, whether it's being able to speak your mind about your political view or to be able to dress and decorate yourself the way you will, those are fundamental rights of every single American living in this democracy. So tattoos fall under that umbrella, fortunately, and thanks to the ACLU and to Stefan and everybody who worked hard to make that change happen, now we have that written into law. It's a protected form of free speech, and tattooing is an art form. You know, if you look around, if you go into shops these days, you'll see hardworking artists making a living, creating and doing what they want to do.
After it became legal, there was such a boom, particularly with the embrace of internet and social media, where everybody's putting their artwork out there now, everyone can see what you're working on, and it's really pushed everybody to compete and make their stuff that much better. Part of me deciding to get so covered in tattoos in the first place is having that that option where you could express yourself through whatever means you'd like. You can say whatever messages, whatever symbols, anything that's important to you, you can just put on yourself directly into your skin, and it'll be there. It's the most dramatic statement you can make. It's there permanently for the rest of your life. And it's your first thing that you present to other people, the way that they view you. So having that control and that decision to make about your own appearance, I feel is an inherent human right. So I think the legalization of it was a great step forward for Massachusetts.
Well, I think that tattooing can be a very empowering thing for people. I think that, there are situations where I've tattooed women that have, suffered through breast cancer, or people that have suffered some kind of injury, whatever it is. And it's a way of rebuilding for a lot of people. It's a way of kind of empowering. It's a way of setting them free. It's a way of kind of connecting to this is what I am, and I really believe it to the point where I'm willing to tattoo it on my skin. I think it's a form of expression for people to kind of like you know, step outside of the circle, and you know, more so the rebellion that went along with tattooing, you know, that's kind of disappeared. Tattooing has become very mainstream and commercial. But I don't think that it's changed for people as far as what the value of it is, and to be able to express, you know, that through tattooing, or to convey a message, you know, whether it's some kind of allegiance to a flag or religion or a spouse or family or an idea, to be able to do that through a picture and say it that way is, you know, it's just a unique thing.